Yo, what's good, my nephews and nieces? This is your favorite uncle, Uncle Demi, and today I have another special banger for you, right? Today I'm gonna give you the best salary cap lineup going into this coming week. But before we get into the video, make sure you drop a like, subscribe, as like the video, push the video to the recommended, and of course subscribe and put your noty game for my daily uploads. Without further ado, let's hop straight into the video. Okay, so first and foremost, again, like I always want to let people know, the lineup is fluid, but for the most part, you're going to see some of the same individuals because they have the best value, okay? So just keep that in mind, but I always want to show you different options. So when it comes to the point guard spot, I always try to go for my point guard needs to be, for me, is one of my primary facilitators, so I try to go as much value as possible, as high as I possibly can, okay? So with that being said, there's a couple options you have here in my humble opinion. Gilbert Arenas is a good one. Oscar Robinson is another good one. Drew Holiday is a solid one, okay? Then you come over here, you have Lonzo Ball, he's a good one. Of course, SGA is a really good one. Obviously, in my humble opinion, Ben Simmons is a really, really good one too. And of course, last but not least, is going to be for value, is going to be Penny Hardaway. As you can see, Kate Cunningham is now 12,000, okay? So the ones that I named, if you have one of those cards, feel free to get them, okay? But when it comes to tendencies and the way that I want to be able to score and play with, it really comes down between Lonzo Ball and SGA. And of course, Pro Pass SGA is always going to win out, so we go with the Pro Pass SGA. Shooting guard spot, nothing changes here. Kobe Bryant is going to be the one that you want to get, okay? So you go Kobe Bryant. If you do not have Kobe Bryant, there is a couple options that I think you could be able to get away with. Of course, Kyle Korver is going to be very, very, very solid option, right? You can't ask for anything better than that. And then you also have, where's my man's at? Where's my man's at? I think we have, is he a small forward? If he's small forward, yeah, he's at a small forward spot. Yeah, he's at small forward spot. So the only one outside of that is going to be Jason Richardson. Jason Richardson will be the only one that at the shooting guard spot that will be good to go with. And you know, really, it's not that hard. I guess like I'm saying is that if you have Kobe, just go Kobe. Kyle Korver, Jason Richardson, those are kind of the combinations. There are some small forward options, but I want to keep it simple and just go with these three options here. Now, again, if you have anybody else, by all means, go ahead. But these guys that I named have really solid releases and it's really good all the way through, okay? At the small forward spot, again, this is where I'm going with Tyrese Thomas, okay? He is just absolutely just a great card. Ben Shepherd base, Kobe Bryant release. So we got two Kobe Bryant releases here, man. Always, always, always at 3,000 is a massive value, okay? Massive value. Now that we at the power forward spot, I can show you the ones that I said that you could get away with that are gonna be really good. And the first one is gonna be right here, James Jones, okay? So again, like I said, James Jones, if you have him, you can put him at the shooting guard spot also, or the small forward spot, whatever value you have. If you do not have Kobe or Kyle Korver or Jason Richardson, you can go with James Jones, be really, really solid. And then, again, Jaden McDaniels, really, really, really solid at the small forward spot if you have him. And of course, Franz Wagner, that's one I was talking about. Shooting guard, you can use. If you do not have any of those guys, using Franz Wagner. They're very like exchangeable, but again, nothing's really gonna top Kobe Bryant or Kyle Korver. Just understand that their releases are just that good. But Franz Wagner at 6'10" is very solid. And then last but not least, Michael Beasley is gonna be really good also at that small forward position, okay? Now, if they have the option to play power forward, you can use them there too at the power forward position too, if you do not have the guy that we're about to name at power forward. But to me, you should be able to have him. He is an Evo card. He's a dark matter. There is no way, shape, or form you ever turn down a dark matter at this price, right? That is just not going to happen. So you want to get Juwan Howard. You need to have him. You need to Evo him. If you haven't Evo'd him, please Evo him because his value is immense, okay? Now, if for some reason you don't want to Evo him, then again, you got Michael Beasley that can play the power forward spot. You do have some solid pink diamonds, but again, 2,400 for a dark matter is nothing to play with. Go ahead and upgrade that, okay? Now, at the center spot, So I did have some dark matters at the center spot, but then the pricing started to just rank out. So then I dropped down, of course, the Galaxy Opal. And in Galaxy Opal, there are tons and tons of value here. So again, you have Marc Gasol, which is a free card that you can utilize. Alonzo Mourning, all right? DeMarcus Cousins, Nikola Jokic, you know, Sabonis, all right? I would rather have Bam at the power forward spot, all right? Again, his dad, Arvydas Sabonis, is still out of reach. Dave Robinson still out of reach. Artis Gilmore is a good one also, okay? Of course, we got my man Boban. He's a really good one, all right? Joel Embiid, a really good one, all right? Mo Bamba, really good one, all right? They got Sengun now out of reach. But I went with Mo Bamba because of his defense, but again, in his immense wingspan. But you can pick any of those individuals and still get away with it. This is a starting lineup, really solid. You should have a lot of fun with this. There's so many options of scoring. Like, these three alone should be able to get you buckets at any time, all right? They all have really good animations. Kobe Bryant doesn't have the Jamal Murray behind the back and all that type stuff, but at the end of the day, his jumper is really smooth. He can get that off. But Tyrese Thomas, SGA, Jamal Murray behind the back, easy buckets, okay? Now, when it comes to the bench, again, there's not going to be much of a change here. I pretty much am going to stick to what I know best. So we're going to go to the Galaxy Opals, and then of course we're going to go ahead and get John Barry at the point guard spot. He is another Evo, but you're just not turning down Galaxy Opals for 2,000. You just shouldn't do that, all right? If you're doing that, you tripping, okay? At the shooting guard spot, again, we're going to the Dark Matters now. We're going with the Evo, all right? We're going with Evo, all right? Dell Curry, all right? You're just not turning down Galaxy Opals for 1,800. It's not going to happen, right? Dell Curry's release is just not as good as Kobe's, so that's the reason why he has them on the bench. But being able to have these type of cards come off the bench is really solid, okay? Then, of course, I'm going back to my dynamic duo of I'm drawing a blank right here, man. Kelly Oubre and Tobias Harris, okay? So we're gonna go to the shooting guards, and then we're gonna go with Kelly Oubre Jr. Very good. I love his release. I love his sigs, his finishing ability at the basket. Again, I feel like he is just a really solid card. And the same thing for the diamond Harris. He has a really good release. And again, he doesn't have all the sigs, but if you're getting a diamond for 700, like, why wouldn't you not do that? You know, like, that's just kind of how I look at it. Why would you not do that? At the center spot, we're still gonna be able to go with the diamond. Again, I have always go with the solid bench, right? I don't go with no other type. These are the benches. I like going with my really good bench, just in case somebody gets hurt, and that's why we're going with Greg Oden. So now, as you can tell, you will have a really good solid rotation. So if any of these guys need to get out, you can go ahead and drop them in. The good thing is that obviously these two need to be put together for them to really have their true value. So you have to put them in together at the same time. But if Kobe's tired or Tyrese is tired, you can just go ahead and put Dell Curry in for either one of them to get them a little breather. Same thing for Barry, you can put them in. So really, at the end of the day, the only people that you really have to worry about, because Juwan Howard and Oden can go ahead and come in for either or, because it doesn't necessarily mean like the whole game that all these guys can be tired. But if you have that situation, just keep in mind, if you want to put in, if you want to take out Kobe and Tyrese Thomas, I recommend putting these two guys in at the same time. If you have to take both of them out. But if you only need to take one person out, go ahead and just put Dell Curry at the small forward or shooting guard spot, right? So that's how versatile this bench is. And then, of course, we will go ahead and finish the rest with just 100 overall cards, gold cards, right? So just find 100 overalls and fill them in, right? So this is the lineup that I'm looking at coming up for this week. Y'all let me know in the comment section what y'all think about this. What would y'all change differently? But other than that, it's your favorite old head, Uncle Demi. I'll be back really soon on the banger, man. You know, when I say back soon on the banger, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm talking about tomorrow, man. I'm out.